Hello there, I'm Julian Moss from Moss Brothers. Of course we specialise in designing and building New Zealand period replica and heritage architecture, and I really couldn't own a company like that unless I had and lived in one of the products myself. A couple of years ago we had finished with this as a show home, and my wife gave me the instructions, as she does from time to time, to say like to take it now and live in it ourselves. So we brought it up to this particular site, and as part of my passion with the architecture, I also like the traditional gardens, which I've enjoyed working on and putting in myself, and we're getting there, but there's still a long way to go. So I just thought I'd bring you up to date with what I've been working on. Of course, going with a traditional house, trying to work in with a traditional garden, and you can't really go past iceberg roses. These things have just come into bloom and they're just looking magnificent. But also we've worked on putting in a stone wall. We've used a stone wall around 2/3 of the house because we wanted the stones to follow the contours of the ground, and they do it quite beautifully. Now there are a few tips with using stone walls. That is that you actually have to make the effort to go down to the river and collect the stones. The advantage of that is getting them out of the river. They've been all washed by nature, and you can select the shapes that you particularly want. As you can imagine, trying to get square columns from round stones is a bit of a trick, so you have to carefully choose them. If you go to the quarry to get your stones, well, you might pick the ones you want, but they're covered in gunge and mud, so that takes a lot of cleaning. So there we've put in this lovely stone wall, and I'm going to put some picket fencing around the perimeter. That's why the columns there have got little brackets sticking out of them, but that'll be for another day. The courtyard here, we've used exposed aggregate on the top, but also I have put rebates in the slab to put the pavers in, and I think that breaks up the vast area of concrete which we've got around here. It just makes it look more traditional. We've also put in a lot of bucks hedging, and that is very traditional. It's a bit young at the moment to give it a haircut, but as it grows up we'll be able to shape it and have it looking like they did around a traditional garden. Apologies in advance for moving the camera, but I'm just trying to walk around here to give you a better indication of what we've achieved, what it looks like. Of course, this is a front entry, or the walkway up to the front entry door, and I'm sure we can see the front entry door under the shadow of the veranda there. But look, these magnificent iceberg roses, don't they look great? Now, I know a lot of people are a bit not sure about the window joinery we've used here. Yes, it is aluminium. It's all double glazed and double hung. It looks incredibly traditional. From distance it's almost impossible to tell, and you'd really have to be a purist and want to spend a hell of a lot extra money and do a lot more maintenance to have wooden joinery. These things have never given us any trouble. This house is now about 10 years old. That's 8 or so years as a show home, and the last couple of years it's been up here, and of course that's why the garden is now starting to look a bit more established. And once again I apologise for the jittering of the jiggling of the camera, but I think I just wanted to move around here so that you can appreciate what it looks like. I'll step back a little bit. So there you go, a new home that looks 100-year-old with a garden to match.